Welcome YouTube to Pawn Man. My name's Evan Kale. I own a gold and silver business. And if you've never seen this show, it's a reality show about my job. It's an educational program. It's an entertaining program. It's my job both to teach you how this business works and educate you about the cool stuff coming in along the way. I have no idea what's gonna walk through that door. It could be anything from an antique hat to an antique gun. Strap in and prepare yourself because this is Pawn Man. All right, so I'll show you guys this. I just sold this on eBay. I got 150. I paid 75 for it. I believe I've showed this before. This is a Knights Templar hat with paperwork from the original ritual from 1990. That's Templar of Ohio. Comes with a meeting report, pamphlet on the service, and then this is the hat. And it's in pretty good shape for what it is. It's now a little bit musty, so I think I'm gonna put it on. I don't believe I'm supposed to put this hat on. And thanks to TikTok, I made a TikTok about this and I put it on like this because I didn't know. It goes like this. So you wear it, I think I'm wearing it the right way, as such, and this has to do with the Freemasons, and honestly, I don't know that much about it, secret societies. I will cover secret societies on Pawn Man in a future episode. I gotta do some research on it, to be honest. But this is just, it's a really cool hat. It's really weird. I don't understand the symbolism behind it. Little lady. Wham. What do you think?
Oh my god.
Wham.
That's, you look great.
Well, thank you. It's the nicest thing anyone said to me all day.
Don't get any closer to me, I'm gonna start sneezing.
Yeah, this hat's a little bit musty. In fact, I'm probably gonna be scratching my scalp a lot. I did put this hat on when I first got it. I bought this from a TikTok follower for like 75 bucks. I was like, oh cool, and I put it on and then my head itched a bunch. So, yeah, whoever bought it's gonna love this hat. So this is like kind of one of those random things that I may never see another one of these again. Really, I mean, I'm glad I bought it because I made money on it, but really the only reason why I bought it was to show this to you guys. Because when, oh God, it's itching my head already. So I gave a lecture to the Pawn Leaders podcast, and one of the things that I told them, you know, it was like 20 different pawnbrokers looking to diversify their business with social media. It was like, I was giving like a straight up like college style lecture. And one of the things that I was hammering home was, if it's cool stuff, put it online. It gets you eyes. It's cool, it's interesting, eyes equal customers. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, what a cool item. I absolutely have to acquire it just for the sake of showing it off. Now, obviously that mentality could bankrupt me, so I can't buy super expensive exotic items, but something like this was totally worth it. And I made money. After eBay fees and shipping, made about 40 bucks on it. Not bad. Profit's a profit. Y'all know what time it is? Pawn Man got a new pair of shoes. Time for that new shoe dance. Ready for this? Here we go. New shoes, new shoes, new shoes, new shoes. Pawn Man got a new pair of shoes. So check this out. One man's trash is another man's treasure. We were checking out the dumpster, where Juliet was throwing some stuff out in the dumpster last week, and we found these horse saddles. These are worth like hundreds of dollars probably, and they're just sitting in the dumpster. So we're gonna put these on eBay. We're gonna clean them up a little bit. And then my mom found like a working paintball gun in the dumpster where they live in the small town of Minnesota. So I'm gonna stick this up too. I tested it out, it works. Pawn Man, digging through the trash for treasure. Oh shit, I didn't have the camera rolling. Some guy just came in here and he gave me these circulated world coins. There's nothing expensive here. I offered him $5. He said, just keep them, you're new. You could use all the help you can get. Shit, I didn't get his name. And I wasn't filming it, but if you're watching this, thank you. That was so kind. I'm like blown away by how nice that was. How you doing?
Brian, how you doing?
Good.
Oh, you guys buy coins here too?
I buy pretty much everything but furniture and glass china. and stamps, no stamps. I've got some rings here. Okay, these are 18 karat. Let me just test them out. Go ahead and take these. This is a granite block right here. I'm gonna just make a little mark. Take this acid. And it got eaten away. See how it just disappeared like that? So these are gold filled. And generally it's kind of a dead giveaway when I see 18 karat on a men's item, it's usually fake. So if it was real, it would have held, but you see how it just got eaten away.
Can you try that one?
Yeah, I'll try them both for you.
So acid eats it away?
Yeah, so if it's legit or if it's good, then it'll hold against the acid. But if it's not, then it gets eaten away.
Okay.
So like I've got, this is for 18 karat gold. I could kind of tell based on the shine too. The shine looks a little suspect. This one looks better. Shit, that big ring she had made me nervous. I could tell right away it wasn't good. The 18 karat stuff, like I say, with men's, it's usually fake. I could tell it was fake, and it had a lot of weight to it. So, you know, that if it was real, I would have spent probably about $1,000. And if I would have made a mistake, it's a big mistake. Hey, how you doing? Look. Okay, so this is from Hong Kong. These are British. These are all British. They are not silver, and they're pretty new. So yeah, this stuff is, you got a buck right here.
What is this?
Stuff. This looks like it's silver. Like a little charm bracelet. These are not real. These coins on it. These are reproductions. It's reproductions of ancient Roman coins. Let me see if it's silver though. Okay. Yeah, so it's turning blue here. If it was silver, it would be red. Well, unfortunately, I didn't buy anything. They didn't really have anything good to sell. And I almost guarantee you, when they come back, their coins aren't going to be worth what they think they are, because that's 95% of the coins that I see in this business. People think they have a hidden treasure lost from the world, and it's like, no, your thing's worth about $2. Sorry to break it to you. Yeah, let me see the interesting thing. What do you got?
The interesting is a World War II knife.
Okay.
From my great uncle.
Okay.
Still has the tag. It was sent home with his belongings. He died in World War II. It is a German Paratrooper knife.
Holy shit.
It is in the best condition of any I've ever seen.
How do you activate the knife?
May I?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt myself.
No, that's okay. So there's two things. One is the bayonet, and then the other is the knife itself. It is a gravity knife. So the German paratroopers were asked to have a knife that they could use one-handed.
Yeah. Wow. That is a cool knife.
So it's, yeah. Flip that up, and then it won't release until you actually push it up further. It holds that, yep, and then it's just gravity. No, just, yeah, hold it, and just hold it upside down, guys. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Solden Gin Roast Fry. You're just showing off. You don't want to sell that, right?
Well, I don't know yet.
I've never bought something like this, but this would be...
It is militaria of the highest.
I do buy militaria, and I can generally turn it pretty quick. I've never seen a knife like this. This is in great shape.
They were not known to be high quality, so you will find a lot of broken blades. The opposite, if you flip that up, hold it up, just hold it upright, and then push that.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Do you have a price in mind? I know I just asked you that, but like...
No, I don't. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure I'm there yet. So other stuff aside, let's just talk about that.
Okay, so we got ourselves, looks like a gold ring here.
Yeah, I think it's 14 or 18.
Find out. Rub test. Rub a little bit off right there. I'm sure it's real. It looks real. I just got to do this with everything. And yeah, that mark is holding all right. I'd be a buyer of this at $100. Now I'm getting one of my followers trying to sell me this 1984 Isle of Man Proof 70 Ultra Cameo gold piece. It's worth about $350, and he wants $350, and it's like, it's not the way this works. Like when I buy stuff, I try and make at least a third margin. I know that he won't take that, but I'm offering him $285. That's as high as I want to go. Yep, no deal. Oh well. So let's talk about this watch right here. This is one of the watches that I bought on my buy trip. I just sold it for $85. This watch right here is what is known as a quote-unquote Swiss fake. This is a watch that is made to look like a much, much higher quality watch than it actually is if I can get it open. So it looks really nice. It's got the cover case over it. This watch is in great shape. As you can hear, it works. You just gotta shake it. Might need some minor repairs. I'm honestly not an expert on watches, so like, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with it internally, but if you shake it, it works. But when you crack this open, see it says silverine right here. It does not say silver, sterling, or anything else. It tells me it's like trace amounts of silver. It's made to look like something more expensive than it is. When you open up the movement back here, it says Marvin Watch Company right here. What it's trying to look like is the Marion Watch Company, which would have been a more expensive watch. It's got Springfield stamped here. It looks nice. It is a nice watch, it's a lovely antique, but this is what is known as a Swiss fake. It is a poorly, or back in the day anyway, poorly or cheaply made watch, but is made to look much more expensive than it actually is. So I paid, if you guys remember, $275 for 5 pocket watches. I got 85 on this one, but some of the other watches I bought in that pile are worth a couple $100 each. So this is definitely a great buy, and I learned something I didn't know. In doing my research on this watch, I discovered what a Swiss fake was, and I'd never heard of that. Perhaps none of you have heard of that. Now you have. I'll show you guys something else cool. I haven't purchased it yet because it's a world coin, and world coins are a little difficult for me. I'm not an expert on world coins by any means. Usually when they come in, I have to look them up, and sometimes it takes me a lot of time, as you guys saw in a previous Between the Pawn. But this coin came in earlier, and I spent about half an hour looking it up. I've deduced some tactics to reduce my time looking up coins. I kind of know what I'm looking for now. This is an ancient Roman coin from 27 BC to 14 AD. It features Emperor Augustus on the obverse, but the reverse is where it gets really interesting. The reverse here features 2 oxen plowing a field, and this is significant to both the founding of Rome and the way that they would build cities. See, 120 feet by 240 feet was kind of their version of an acre. It might be butchering the pronunciation. It's called an Iugerum, I-E-U-G-E-R-U-M, I think. So 120 feet was the distance that it would take 2 oxen to plow a field before they got tired, and within the 120 feet, you could plant crops that would yield. So that 120 by 240 measurement was how they would plan and build some cities. And this coin features that fact on the reverse, which is super cool. This coin here, I offered the gentleman $75. It's not in great shape. It's pretty corroded. I saw a nicer example of this for $850. With world coins, like I said, I'm not an expert. I've done okay on them. I made a few mistakes on them. I feel 75 is either fair, I'm losing money, or it's a steal. I honestly don't know. But this is one of the cooler coins I have come across. I hope the gentleman decides to sell it to me. He left it with me because it was going to take some time for me to look up. So I haven't bought it yet, but I made him the offer of 70 bucks. All right, so we're gonna be doing the educational part of this episode, and for the educational part of this episode, we're gonna be talking about challenge coins. Let me show you what challenge coins are. I just bought a batch of them. These are challenge coins that I just bought from a follower. I paid $75 for all of them. I'm trying to get $200 for the lot. I've already got 2 sold at 43. I sold this one and I sold this one, so I haven't quite covered all of my expenses yet, but I'm getting close after just selling 2. These are highly, highly collectible, these challenge coins. And I'm honestly not quite prepared to do this segment yet. If you guys can't tell, I wasn't planning on doing it today, but I just got them in and I took a picture, I put it on Instagram, and boom, I had a ton of interest. I'm probably gonna sell all of these by the end of the day. So I need to make this segment now. Let's talk about what challenge coins are. Challenge coins date back to the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire would issue these coins to their soldiers commemorating the service that they would do for the empire. Challenge coins generally are affiliated with the military or with police organizations or law enforcement, but they can really be for anything. The history of them is a high-ranking commander in a unit or a group, the highest-ranking commander, the highest-ranking figure, will issue coins to all of the people doing service in his unit as a commemoration, whether it be before they start whatever it is they're getting into, or to commemorate a certain battle that they all got in. Like, let's say there was a unit in Vietnam that got into a hell of a firefight. I just watched Hamburger Hill last night. And the unit commander might issue challenge coins to all the soldiers who survived, commemorating the shitstorm that they got in. Other times it can be issued to just boost morale, welcome people to a new unit. Part of the origin starts a commander of a unit or a highest ranking officer of a unit would buy his soldiers a drink to say thanks, and he would issue a coin for the soldier to buy a drink, but he wouldn't just hand it to the soldier. He would slap it down and make a big show of the coin being issued to the soldier to go buy the drink to say thanks. During the Renaissance, they were known as portrait medals, and they would commemorate nobility, rich figures, rich people. It was like kind of a rich people thing. But the first time that the challenge came into the word challenge coin happened during the reign of King Louis XIV. He was persecuting Protestants, and a lot of them fled, but the ones who didn't flee were practicing the religion in secrecy under fear of death. There was a group known as the Huguenots within these Protestants, and they issued coins to their most devout members to have these secret meetings that they could get in. The coin was used to commemorate the challenge that they faced practicing their religion. It was also an admittance piece to secret meetings. You'd have to show the coin to show your allegiance and gain access to secret meetings and gatherings of worship. Today, US presidents both issue and receive challenge coins. President Trump issued a bunch of challenge coins. Obama had challenge coins. President Bush received a surprise challenge coin from a military unit when he was on a surprise visit to Al-Assad Air Base in the Anbar province in September of 2007. So presidents received them from soldiers too. As far as the actual origin story of challenge coins, there's some fun myths that I like. I can't verify if they're true or not, but I've read them on enough sites and on enough sources where some version of it's probably true. So one version of the history of challenge coins is during World War I, there was a rich unit commander and he issued challenge coins to his unit before they started fighting, and they carried it all through the war, and it brought them bravery and camaraderie, and it created the tradition of bringing your challenge coin of your unit with you into battle. And if you're in a shitstorm, you look down at it and it inspires bravery. Another challenge coin story I can't verify if it's true, I think it's true, it's a good story. There was a pilot during World War I, a French pilot who had a challenge coin issued to him, and he wore it around his neck, and he got shot down and taken prisoner by the Germans, and they stripped him of everything when they took him prisoner, but they left the challenge coin on his neck. They did not take that. So he somehow managed to escape, and he shed his prisoner clothes. He had civilian clothes on, but he got caught up in a big riffraff of just chaos, flood stampede of people that were getting rounded up as, I think as the French were taking over a village or something. So they didn't know who was a German and who wasn't, who was an enemy and who wasn't, because a lot of people were wearing civilian clothes to hide and blend in. So this guy, they thought he was a German spy, and he's trying to convince them that he's a French pilot who got shot down, and they don't believe him. But then somebody recognizes the challenge coin around his neck, and they recognize the insignia on the coin, and that's what saved his life, or saved him from being shot. So I don't know if the story is true, but it's a great story, and it again speaks to the origin of challenge coins and how cool and important they are as far as military and service culture goes. These coins, it's kind of a mix of law enforcement. Let's see here, we have honoring our law enforcement partners. We have a police badge on the obverse, and the reverse has a motto. This one's a police canine challenge coin. This was one of the first ones to sell. This one's for the US Army. Again, Chicago Police. This one's interesting. This one has a typo on it. It says Chicago Police. It's got this angry death head on the back. American Way, one word. So it doesn't take a genius to issue challenge coins. This one I think is my favorite of the lot. I sold this one too. The USS Lexington, the Blue Ghost. So this was probably issued to everybody who served on this ship. The Blue Ghost was nicknamed by the Japanese after repeated reports that she had been sunk. Tokyo Rose labeled her the ship that couldn't be sunk, a name that she carried throughout her career. Okay, so I would guess then, to be totally honest, I had not read the back of that. I would guess then this is either a modern reprint of this coin, this challenge coin, or this is a really old coin in excellent shape, because this would be from World War II. And looks like it's too new to be from World War II. Just to name a few others, NASCAR issues them, the NFL, the World Series of Poker, schools will issue them, if you get a PhD in a special program, there might be a challenge coin for that. Do any of you at home have any challenge coins? If you do, put it in the comments section what kind of a challenge coin you have and how you earned it. That's my segment on challenge coins. The more you know. Well guys, it is the end of the episode, weeks later. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to become a Pawn Man Patreon, it would help me so much. $1 a month helps, and you get to see Pawn Man early before everyone else. I do an unlisted YouTube video link. So be sure you check that out. Check out my books, Spread the Gospel of Pawn Man. I could use some more views, and I will see you guys back here for another episode of Pawn Man. We got somebody walking in. Later guys.